I'm using my Hover Air drone. I'm using my
It's
Hover
very
Air drone.
interesting.
It's very great, actually.
Interesting.
Although not perfect. I haven't been able to get the
Great,
sound
actually.
working.
Although not
Anyway,
perfect.
I'm going to give a tour through my
sound working.
Anyway, I'm going to give a tour
Retirement
through my
home.
It's more like a workshop.
Retirement
It's so
home.
important to stay busy when
It's
you're
more
retired.
like a workshop.
So,
It's so
the area I'm
important to
pointing to
stay
now
busy
is
when you're
where I
retired.
do woodworking.
So the area
and I
I'm pointing to
make
now
the pieces
where I do
and
woodworking.
engrave them with my laser engraver.
Make the pieces and engrave them with my
Which is
laser
right over here.
engraver. Which is right over here.
In addition to this hobby, I also have a metal shop.
This hobby, I
Which
also
I'll show you now.
have a metal shop.
It's outside on the lanai.
Which I'll show you now.
It's outside on the lanai. This would ordinarily be equipped with patio furniture, but I'm not for sitting
This
around.
would ordinarily
so
be
works
with
good for
patio
my
furniture, but
metal shop.
I'm not for
As you
sitting
can
around.
see, I have
So
a
this
lathe,
works good for my
drill
metal
press,
shop. As you can see, I have a lathe, drill press,
a hydraulic press,
a hydraulic
welding equipment,
press,
grinding equipment.
grinding equipment.
I'm a regular Edwards Scissorhands, I guess.
I'm a regular Edwards Scissorhands.
And all the paraphernalia that goes with it. In addition to what I've got
and all
inside,
the paraphernalia that
which
goes
is
with
considerable,
it. In addition to what
I
I've
can't
got
do
inside,
welding inside
which is
because of the
considerable.
fire hazard and fumes.
I can't do welding inside,
So I
because
do that
fire
outside.
hazard and fumes. So I do that outside.
There's a lot of stuff needed for
There's a lot of
metal
stuff
fabrication and metal work.
needed for metal fabrication and metal work.
So now, let's go outside to the carport.
So now, let's
You
go
can see what I have
outside
out there.
to the carport. You can see what I have out there.
Come on, follow me.
Come on, drone.
Come
Do your
on,
thing.
Follow me.
Come on, drone.
I wish
your
I could
thing.
get the sound working correctly with this drone.
I
But
wish
instead,
could
I
get
just
the
have to
sound
do
working
a
correctly with
voiceover,
this drone.
as I'm doing now.
But instead, I just
Anyway,
have to
these
do
are
a
tables,
voiceover, as I'm doing
compressors,
now.
and
Anyway, these are tables,
steel
compressors,
inventory,
and
everything I need to do
steel
to build
inventory.
something. Everything I need to do to build something.
This is inside the
bedroom that I've turned into my office.
This is inside the
This is where I do my videos.
bedroom that I've turned into my
where
office.
I do my
This is where I do my videos.
options trading and
where I do
selling,
my,
and
options trading and
complete with
selling, and
green screen, so I can
complete with a green screen.
put up
so
a
I can
interesting background.
Okay, episode 6 of retirement. I led this off with a view of my retirement environment. I live alone. My wife passed away about 4 years ago. So, anyway, the topics to be covered today are, let me bring that up. So, this is episode 6, and we're going to cover what do you do in your what do you do in your free time? Yeah, as I pointed out in the lead-in video, you need to stay busy. I guess there's personality types that could just sit around and watch TV or read or something. That's just not me. I mean, I do watch TV and I do read, but I got to be doing something, making something. So that's important to me. So, in addition to what I do on the premises, which is a lot, as you saw. I also depend on the local happenings. This retirement community that I live in is just super. You got swimming pools, you got state-of-the-art gymnasium, you got theater, you got restaurants, you got a bar and grill, you got pool tables, poker tables, most and two 18-hole golf courses. Now I don't play golf, so that's saves me that expense, which is a very great expense. It runs about $3,500 for a year-round green fee. Otherwise, it's $35 per round of golf. So, but having all those things gives me a lot to choose from. I guess the thing I use most, weather permitting, is one of the two nice pools. One of them is a walk-in pool. The other is more of an Olympic type pool. Plus, they've got two hot tubs. Of course, the classic shuffleboard, which I rarely ever see used. But we got pickleball, tennis, horseshoes. Got a very active veterans association club here. I'm a member of that. I just don't participate much. I'm not much of a joiner, but that's my option. I can do that or not. So the other thing is to try to find out what events are within a Uber ride from me. Every Saturday, they have what they call a farmer's market. It's not just produce, it's a lot of things where the people set up the booths along Main Street and they block off the area. And that's a nice excuse to get out and walk and see things and be around people, which is important. I'm fortunate in that I have a son who lives about 25 miles away. And one of my grandchildren, of course, is his son. So I'm really in an ideal situation. And when you're picking a place to live, that should be something to consider. A lot of the things that I do are included in my base rent and activity fees. I own the double wide, but I rent the land and I have to pay the activities fees. But that includes a lot of things like garbage pickup. The grass is cut once or twice a week, depending on the season. Place is very, very well kept. I'll put a link down at the bottom. Let their website show you around. So it's a 55 plus community, which means I'm around people of my own age. So I have a lot more in common than I would in a neighborhood where people are raising a family and working. So that's all very good. So check these kinds of things out, because the buy-in here is relatively cheap, about $65,000 and up. So if you own a home and you're downsizing, which is what I recommend you do, you can take your equity in the house, pay cash for a home here, and have money in the bank and just enjoy retirement, which is sort of the name of the game. Enjoy your retirement. You worked hard and you deserve it, right? Well, this is going to be a relatively short video. And cannot cover all the contingencies. You're not me. Our interests are not necessarily the same. I'm not a pet person, so, but a lot of people here in the park are. When I was very young, we had some property and had I guess you'd call it a hobby farm. It provided some of our uh, grocery items, but it wasn't an end in itself. And as a youngster, I had to do a lot of chores surrounding that, like feeding animals and mucking out stalls and stuff like that, which when I was 8 years old, I hated that with a passion. So I'm not a gardener. So I'm doing what I like to do and I enjoy it. My profession was a computer programmer. When I look at the videos of myself and see my hunched back, it reminds me of the 40 years I spent in front of a computer screen, all hunched over. So that's become a permanent fixture to my physique. The other thing I don't like about watching myself on film is I feel younger than I am. And when I look at myself, it brings back a little too much reality. But I guess that's true of anybody of retirement age. Look, if you're enjoying this series, please hit subscribe and notify so that you'll know when the next one comes out. And if you like a particular video, please hit the like button. It lets me know if I'm connecting with the audience. So I really, truly appreciate that.